So one day I was watching this Aumine formless shot compilation, for motivation. So I go to the comment section on this video and I see, idella madidre kandita bench macha. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನಾನು 3x3 ಆಡೋದು coach illa bench illa. Now on a more serious note, your coach might be okay with it as long as it goes in. And for that you can't be perfectly copying Aumine. Anything animated is crazy exaggerated, right? You got to tone it down a bit. And for some of the moves, you don't even need to tone it down, you can straight up do it. Let's take this spinning reverse shot. It's basically just a hook shot at a different angle and with a much quicker release. It is definitely very useful because you can get the shot off before your defender blocks it and your body is in the way, so it's very likely that they'll foul. And even if they do foul, the foul will come after you release the ball. So it's going to be an and one. The key point on this is you got to get your eyes on the rim early to make sure the ball goes in. Then there's the underarm shot. You can call it a scoop shot or an underarm floater, whatever. And you can go either one hand like this on the floater or like a granny shot, both hands. The leaning in one hand floater is better when you're off of 2 feet and you've given them like a pump fake or something so that they're close. You can lean, you can extend more and you can get the shot off. Now even this is great for drawing fouls as you can extend under your defender's hands and then use your wrist to flick it up while they end up hitting your hand. The granny shot is better when you're going for a 1-2 layup kind, so that if they do hit you, firstly you got more power since it's 2 hands, it's easier to put spin, and if they hit just one hand, you can always switch to the other hand and finish the layup. Next we're coming to moves which might need a little bit of a change. Like this layup where he goes in for the layup, but instead of going towards the hoop, he fades away and banks the shot in. This you can do either off of a hop or a 1-2 step. The 1-2 step is great to extend over a defender and hit like a hook shot or something. The hop would be better as it gives you more control when you're fading away. And you shouldn't do it like near the 3-pointer like Aumine, of course. Come a little closer to the rim, fade, bank it in. One more thing, we want a soft touch on this shot, not like Aumine's full force throw. And one-handed might be a little uncontrolled, so you could do it like a normal jump shot, two-handed. This again is great to get it over a taller defender or somebody who is trying to foul you or be physical. Now we've got Aumine's classic fadeaway, probably his most popular formless shot. If you try doing this move, you're going to land on your back because you're just leaning back so much that you can't come back straight again. It's an anime though, physics works little differently. A character who's up in the air will stay there unless they look down. Just lean a little less, stay in the air for as long as you can, and then when you feel gravity pulling you down, that's when you release the ball. And to get a similar effect, you can either keep the ball up high or behind your head, depending on how tall the defender is and how high they can jump. If they're a little shorter, you'd want to go higher up. If they're a little taller or they can jump extremely high, you'd want it behind your head and release. Because behind your head, it is going to be tough and it'll need a crazy amount of touch, so you've got to practice this. But once you get it, it's crazy too. I know, it's something I myself haven't got down yet. And now coming to the moves which require major changes if you even want to consider doing them. This reverse alley-oop. What Aumine should have done here is just let Wakamatsu get it and dunk it in. Because in a game, you wouldn't want to bounce pass it to yourself like that. If you're trying to pass it to yourself, maybe it's better to go off the backboard. Or better still, just dribble it in and go to a jelly layup. Next, the behind the back flick it into the basket thing. Now this is crazy tough and in most situations you shouldn't do. The one situation where you probably could is exactly the way both Aumine and Kisei have done it. If you get fouled. Because just throwing it randomly in the air with like a 0.1 chance of is better than just leaving the ball and having a 0% chance of it making it to the basket. Best of all, if somebody fouls you here, take another dribble. A ref probably isn't going to call a YO on that fight.
And if we're talking about just for fun pickup, you can use it as a great way to pass off the backboard. And sometimes the shot might go in also.
Yes! And then we've got the over the backboard shot. I know I made a tutorial on this, but again, it's not something I'd recommend you do in most situations. And if you get fouled, yeah, it makes sense. Of course, you wouldn't want to do it like Aumine where you throw it like a layup. Do it like a normal floater because it has a way better chance of going in. The shot isn't too different from what you do in front. And don't do it coming straight up, do it coming down the baseline. And even with that, I'd still say if you could get a normal floater off, just do that. The effect is pretty similar and it's much easier to get it in. Now hey, these formless shots, they're tough. So unless you're Kise and you can see something once and learn it immediately, you need to practice this a lot. And it requires a soft touch, unlike Aumine's full force throwing. But hey, if you want something that's both easy and effective, I've got that too. Make sure you check this out. Subscribe and turn on all notifications because I've got a lot more stuff like this coming. See you here next.